Today, I will be the cat just interrupted me. Today I'm going to be talking about a really weird movie I just watched recently. Say hello, Lexi. Hello. Okay. A really weird movie I just watched recently, okay? Spirited Away. Studio Ghibli. What to say about Spirited Away? It was an experience that I recommend for most. As long as you've watched some sort of anime before, I recommend it. I hope I don't offend anybody, but I really genuinely wonder what the writers were doing. It's very whimsical. I will say it's whimsical. It's very whimsical. I would say it's like a family kind of show. It has a warning about frightening scenes. I mean, I personally didn't see no frightening scenes, but okay. The monster designs are insanely interesting. I actually really like that a lot. And the animation, it's like that old anime style. Like, you look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't know, it just gives very old. It doesn't give like new stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen or anything. It's very old. It's cinematic. Oh, it's very cinematic, I will say. It is beautiful. Like, it's a lot of wide frame shots of stuff, and I would say it's like the camera finds the movie amusing. Kitty. Sorry, the cat is meowing. I would say it's like the camera thinks this is funny. It's like it's commenting on what's going on. Like, best example of that is when the girl's trying to climb down the ladder. And she's like, oh, not the ladder, the stairs. And she's like, ah, and she's like slowly dropping herself down, and you get to watch for an uncomfortable amount of time. And she tries to slowly hobble down these stairs. And from this like wide angle of just like staring at her slowly hobble down the stairs, it's insanely funny to me. Everything else, like it's seriously, it's the camera's gotta think that this is funny. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but the character design is really quite charming. Most of the time, there's a couple of things, like the old lady, the main bad guy. She's interesting. Her design was very off-putting to me when I first saw her. Yeah, I would say the reason why I said what were the writers thinking was because I think that it's a really in-depth world, very cool. Like, it's got rules. I like the rules. I like the story because of the world having rules. But what I am going to say is I felt very like I was being thrown about. Which is, to be fair, I guess that's how the main character's feeling, right? She doesn't know what's going on. She's being, like, thrown into this new world, right? With tons of new roles, being forced to do stuff. She has no idea what's going on. This is brand new for her. But also, like, there's a line, and I think they might have crossed it. Oh my gosh, my cat is going to die. Give me a second. Ugh. She's laying upside down on a chair. Like, the back of a chair, and is trying to balance. I don't know what she's doing. Girl, you gotta stop. Okay, sorry. And then there's a line, and they crossed it, I think, a little bit, between, like, making me just as confused as the character is, and making me so confused that I get used to it. Like, part of me finds that charming in and of itself, like, oh, I guess that's just how it goes. I just never know what the heck's going on. And then there's another part of me that's also like, I would really like this to flow like a freaking movie. Like, can I please know what's going on? And it's kind of weird, because I feel like I want to be mad about it, but I also feel like I can't be mad about it because it was kind of cool. Like, I was always kind of like, since when can the other kid be a dragon? Oh yeah, plot convenience that the bad guy's twins, like that kind of stuff. I was like, why is it like that? Of convenient that the guy can just spawn gold. How does he do that? Why does he do that? Why does he like her? Like, all she did was let him into the castle. I don't know. And I'm using very vague terms because I don't want to spoil it, but I got confused. I got really confused. And I got to the point where I kind of just gave up on trying to understand. Like, I was like, oh, this is just one of those shows. Actually, I've never seen a show like this before, but it's just a show where it's like, I guess I never get to know what's going on. I'm gonna get used to that, which is a weird feeling to get used to being confused. But yeah. I will say it is unique. Like I will never see something like it ever again, and which I think is a good thing. It's a fantastic marketing. The music is wonderful. The music is so symphonic and glorious. I absolutely love it. The main character's cute. She's very charming. I did notice something about her. She's insanely clumsy and useless at the beginning, in this fantasy realm. But then as the show goes on, she gets less and less useless. And she makes less and less mistakes. And then by the end of the show, she's very physically capable. Like, that's the thing is you always see her trip and, like, be scared down the stairs. She makes a lot of mistakes, a lot of physical mistakes. She drops things a lot. But then by the end of it, she like runs downstairs, runs across a pipe to grab a railing. I don't know how she did that. I could never. Um, she's just so physically capable, and I'm like, I think that's her getting used to her environment and growing as a person. Like it's showing her growth as a character. Like she's become more competent, more capable. She knows what she can do, and she has confidence in herself. And I think that that's a really cool way of showing that. Um, that's definitely for sure. Oh, also, weird thing about this show, they introduce plot points oddly. And by that I mean the main focus of the show was not clear, and then it became clear, but like in a very weird way. So, um, I didn't. Maybe it's just me. Again, all this is my opinion. But I watched the show and I didn't get that true love was ever gonna be the main point of the show, like ever. I didn't get any chemistry between the two main characters, like at all, until all of a sudden he was like, "True love saved it," and I'm like, "Since when are you talking about true platonic friendship?" Because I mean, maybe. But like, bro, he's known him for 2 days, 3 days. Since when? What love is there? Like, I mean, like, I get the sacrifice. Like, I'm like, okay, there was sacrifice, there was cool, selflessness, but that's not like love. That's just being a good person with like good instincts. That's different, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I felt kind of confused by that. Unless if you want to say that, which to be fair, maybe I just missed it. But true love has been a theme throughout the whole show because, like, I mean, she's trying everything that she can to save her parents. And if you're considering that a form of true love, which it's not the classical, like, oh, true love's kiss, blah, blah, blah. But that is a true form of love. I think it's one of the truest forms of love you can have as a human being is loving your family. Um, then yeah, that's definitely, then yeah, love was always the point. But I didn't register that as what they were going for when they were like, oh, true love saved him. And I'm like, I don't believe you. I only really got the love part when they were falling through the sky and he was like, oh my gosh, I'm the spirit of a river. That also was very dumb and very weird, and I don't know why they chose to do that, but I a weird part of me respects it still, even though I don't get it. So, prop. I'm just some random chick on the internet, dude. My opinions don't really matter. Like, I'm not a film producer or a anime expert. But I don't know. I thought this movie was weird. It was cute. Like, I would recommend it. Like, all this hate I'm spewing, I actually would recommend this movie. It is insanely weird in a good way. It's a good kind of weird, and I like it. But and the effort that went into this is insane. Like, you can see it from the get go. It's like they worked so hard on this movie. It's also a long movie, but they worked so hard on it. I can tell, and I love it. Like, I can feel the love coming out of this movie. Um, yeah, I just feel like the writers were either like trying their hardest to be as ridiculous as possible, trying to confuse me, or they were just like, I don't know, maybe they thought that they wrote a coherent plotline, and in that case, like, go off, but like, I didn't get it. Maybe that's just me. Probably just me. Um, Though I will say, like, I will say the first half of the movie I liked better than the second half by like quite a bit. Because the beginning was really cool. I like the relatable start, like, oh, I'm moving to a new place. This is like brand new for me. Right. And then the parents being like, let's go check it out, and being like, I don't want to. I'm scared. It's very cute. It's very real. Very very adorable. Um, and then I the moment they sat down and like looked at the food and were like, oh yeah, I knew what was gonna happen. I didn't even need to. I knew precisely what was going to happen, and think I think I was just kind of thinking, how are they gonna move on from that? Like, I was like, why did they choose to turn them? Okay, I'm gonna spoil this. Why did they choose to turn the parents into pigs? Like, that was my initial thought. I was like, I get it. Like, you greedy pigs, but also like I didn't know the plot of the story yet, so I was like, I don't know what you're doing. You're turning them into pigs. But the moment they sat down, they're like, I'm gonna eat this food. I was like, they're gonna get turned into pigs. I knew it immediately, and I don't know how I did, but I just did. But yeah. I also like the way there is one thing that I liked not knowing, and I liked not knowing how magic worked there, because everyone has magic, but we don't know how it works, and I actually really like that, because we never know. And it never gets explained to us, and I kind of love that, because it's like, because in books, people try so hard to explain things. They're like, oh, I've got to explain everything, and I get it, like, hard magic systems are awesome. But I also like soft magic systems, like even softer than Harry Potter, where it's like there's so many plot holes. Well, I like every once in a while finding a magic system that is so soft that there are no rules. It's just this person can do all of this crap, and this person can do all of this crap, and how do they do it? We don't know. Don't talk about it. And I kind of like that stuff, because because you don't need to try to figure it out, because you cannot physically figure out what on earth is going on. And that is exactly how magic works in that world. Is I have no idea what's going on, and I never will, and I've just got to accept that. Which is insanely hard for me, because I am a theorist kind of person. I like knowing exactly what's going on, and I have no idea what is going on at all during that whole movie. I had no idea. I mean, I was following the plot, but like, she had a really interesting hero arc where it was kind of like, oh, I failed, and then it keeps going down. It's like, oh, I failed, I failed, I failed, I failed. Ooh, look at me, I failed, I failed. Ooh, look at me, I failed, I failed, I failed. Ooh, look at me, and then just done. And I'm like, that was so weird, because she never got back to where I mean, she did, but like at the end it's just, oh, let's go back to our normal lives. And it's kind of like, I grew so much and then nothing. And I know a lot of movies end that way, where it's like a lot of fantasy movies where you get taken to another world and then you go back to your normal world and it's like nothing changed. But like, I don't know, it felt really weird. It was fine, like, I'm not mad about it, but it was kind of like, I don't know. It was like so. It wasn't a joyous reunite and then like, oh my gosh, mom, I love you, dad, I love you. It was just, I've been through war. Like, that's how she looked. She was just like, I am so done. And it was very funny to me. Like, she did, like, of course she loved her friends, but she just looked so scarred. Which is valid, but it was very funny to me. Like, it just didn't feel normal. Which, in honesty, main characters should be more scarred when they come back from their book. It makes me actually quite confused and a little frustrated, actually, when like I read a bunch of books and every single one of them just comes back and they're like, I'm minorly scarred, but I'm okay. It just made me funny. And I'm like, I get coping with funny, but not everyone can cope with funny, okay? You had so many horrible things happen to you, and then just, I can cope with funny. And I'm like, no, not everyone can cope with funny. You're trauma, and this main character was so young too. Part of me wonders if it was supposed to be a dream. Like, I don't actually know the lore on this movie. Like, I haven't like done any digging or research, but part of me wonders if this was supposed to be a dream, and it like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think it was, but like, was it supposed to be a dream or a near-death experience? Or a child's imagination as they're driving in the car and getting really freaking bored. Like, I don't know. It just felt very childlike. It felt very, this thing thing happens because yes, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I don't know what that lore is. It didn't feel like that though. It felt insanely intentional to take away the parents and strand her. It felt very intentional, and not like something that a child would think up, because there was a decent amount of life or death going on. But also the sheer amount of whimsy that existed made me wonder if it was a child's mind kind of a thing, but not 100% sure. But that's my opinion on Spirited Away. Yeah, yeah, that's my opinion about Spirited Away. It was an experience that I recommend having. It was cute. It was cute. That's the ultimate thing I'm gonna say about it. It was cute. It was confusing, but it was cute and it was good, and I liked it. So, thank you for watching this. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna make a funner video that's not me just gesturing and talking. The next one will be more fun and cool. This one was more let me information upon you. But yeah, thanks. If you like this, like, subscribe. See you guys. Bye.